निशान साथ है इतने के कुछ शुमार नहीं। हमारे दीन का क़िस्सों पे मदार नहीं।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Lal Khan Malik, and I have been asked to describe my experience of interaction with God, with Allah. I remember I was posted in East Pakistan, then East Pakistan, which later became Bangladesh, when the Pakistan Army in East Pakistan surrendered. During this time, one marvelous incident happened. In around November, when it became clear that things are going to be very difficult for us West Pakistanis living in East Pakistan, I decided that my family, which consisted of my wife and my two young children, that at least they should be sent back to West Pakistan. By the time we decided, all the commercial flights from Chittagong, where I was posted, to Dhaka were cancelled. And we came to know that from Dhaka to Karachi, the last flights would be in the next 1 or 2 days. So the window of opportunity for sending my wife and children from East Pakistan, which was going to become Bangladesh, to West Pakistan, would be 1 or 2 days. Almost in a state of panic, we tried every means of finding a seat on any plane. But the first step was that I should make my family reach Dhaka, from where some flights were leaving for Karachi. But we came to know that no commercial flight is now available between Chittagong and Dhaka. Out of frustration, I asked my wife, let us get ready and go to the airport and see what happens. We went to the airport, and there were some friends. One of them was Siddiqui Sahib. He was a manager at the airport. I told him, this is the situation, and I want that at least my family should go back to West Pakistan, and the first step is going to Dhaka. He said, we have no flight in schedule going to Dhaka, but let us see. So it was a 2-story building, the airport building. We went to the upper floor of the airport, and we could see the activity on the airport. Suddenly we saw that a small plane landed. I went to Siddiqui Sahib and asked him, what is this plane, and will it be going back? He said, this is the plane of Governor of East Pakistan. He has come from Dhaka on a visit, and he would be he is here for a few hours, and then he would go back. But to consider that a 2 to 3 seat plane would have enough space for my wife and children to be accommodated was almost out of question. And secondly, to ask the governor to give this favor, I could not make up my mind to request that. About an hour or two later, we were at the roof of the building looking around when we saw that some jeeps came to the airport, and 2 or 3 persons got down the jeeps and into the airplane. And the pilot, he must have switched on the engine, but the engine would not start. We were looking, it was a small distance, so we could see the panic of the pilot and the disturbance at the airport. So for a 10 to 15 minutes, he tried again and again to start the engine of the plane, but it would not start. We saw that the 3 persons got down and came to the terminal building. I asked Siddiqui Sahib what has happened. He said somehow the plane is not in order, and they have requested another plane from Dhaka. It would be reaching in about half an hour, and they would take that plane. So about half an hour later, another plane landed. The governor and his companion got in, and the plane took off. Now, consider the feeling of our heart and the passion with which I and my wife were praying. Suddenly we saw that the pilot who was in the terminal building again went to the plane and tried to start the plane again. It started. I rushed to Siddiqui Sahib and asked him whether that plane would go to Dhaka and whether my family could be accommodated in it. He said, "Let me talk to the pilot." He talked to him and he said, "I'm just going and I have seats vacant, I can accommodate." So my wife and children got into the plane. They reached Dhaka, and the next day they could take perhaps the last commercial flight to Karachi. Looking at the whole situation, if there is no God, I cannot explain how this happened. Looking at the whole situation, the frustration, the fear, and the plane, which did not start many times half an hour earlier, started the moment the party had left. So I consider that it was only my prayer. Allah wanted to favor His servant and his family. He created this situation willfully. There is no other explanation.